Hey everybody, it's the Sage Valentine here, and this is my review for Believe, Season 1, Episode 5, White Noise. There's a man who gets a phone call. His name is Ben. And he's told to check his laptop, and he sees a video, which is of a little girl, which is Bo, lifted up in the air and the things that she can do. And the person on the other line said it's a part of Project Orchestra with people who have abilities. So we see Tate and Bo, they're at a new safe house, and Tate's on the cover of the newspaper, and Bo's like drawing all these pictures. The new safe house is some type of either apartment building or like something like that, like apartments, condominiums, whatever you want to call them. And she points to one of the people in the picture and that she drew, and she says, "This girl needs help." They find out someone is leaking information about Project Orchestra to a blogger. This is what Scores finds out. Tate tries to call old associates, to get them some money. And he's basically stopped by Channing and Winter. He wants to leave, but Winter convinces him to stay. Bo goes to get a soda. Like, she's outside at the soda machine, and these, like, really weird named sodas. Because I know in these television shows, unless they have the license for, like, Pepsi and Coca-Cola and things like that, or Mountain Dew, they can't use the soda, so a lot of times they make up their own brands. It was a funny brand, and I saw this, like, cute green thing. Bo, she's at the machine, she's getting a soda, and she's listening in on a conversation. It's something about a woman who she knows is pregnant, and she has a glow. We find out that Gore, the guy who Joshua was trying to go through his brain is damaged by Joshua, the memory part of the brain. Someone promises proof of Project Orchestra to the reporter, basically. And the pregnant woman, otherwise known as Taryn, she won't tell her husband that she's pregnant because at the time he really has nothing to offer her. In other words, they're pretty much living paycheck to paycheck. They don't have the money, and this child will just add, I guess, to that burden. So Tate basically tells Taryn that, in fact, because I messed it up, Taryn was talking to Bo, and she told Bo that she's pregnant, but her husband doesn't have anything to offer her. So Tate tells her that tells Taryn he's Bo's father. Winter learns that the blogger lives in the same apartment building as where Tate and Bo are staying. So they have to get her out of there, basically, because Scores' people are, like, inching towards the place. So Bo screams when Tate's trying to take her away, or he's trying to stop her from helping Taryn. Taryn returns to her apartment after talking to Bo and Tate, and there's this man there with some thugs. He wants to know how Ben obtained the inside of the intel, because Scores just found out that somebody is leaking information about the Project Orchestra. So Bo drags Tate and Channing to Taryn's apartment. Nico is this new guy, and he says to Ben, "Who's more important, your source or your wife?" So all of a sudden, everyone escapes. They pile into a van, and they go to a church because they're able to, get away. I forgot what it was that Bo did, but they're able to, get away. So Bo reveals that Taryn is going to have a baby when Ben is just like he's so obsessed with getting the story out that Bo tells him, "Listen, your wife is going to have a baby." She tells him that she's 6 months pregnant, the wife, and that this is his choice to tell. Ben basically says it's his chance to tell a story that really, really matters to him. Taryn tells Ben to either make a choice, the story or her, and he chooses the story. So according to Bo, Ben and Taryn are going to write stories that will change people's lives together. But there are some people who just can't be apart. That's what Bo tells Tate. And Tate makes some wise remark, and Bo basically says to him, you're angry, you're angry. And I think it's so funny when she's like criticizing him because she has such a smart mouth. It's too funny. Ben left basically to meet his informant. He calls a woman named Jill, who's a friend at the newspaper. He spoke to her in the beginning of the episode, and she was just like, well, just do what you have to. I'll see what I can do to get this in the newspaper. Zoe's mad that they put Joshua in the field. Zoe works with Roman Scorus, and that they have a leak. And she's worried about Bo coming in contact with Joshua, like what's going to happen. Tate tries to help Taryn by convincing her of the danger that she is in. And he talks about what happened to him and his ankle bracelet. And Taryn asks about his daughter, Bo, which we know is his real daughter, but he doesn't know that yet. Tate reveals that he's not her father. Bo wants Stanley the turtle when she finds out that Tate and Taryn are leaving to go back to the apartment to get some stuff so that they both can bolt and just leave. He can take her to safety. Tate is like, listen, he's like, I'm not going there. She's like, I want Stanley. So Tate and Taryn leave together. Scorus gets a call from the director of, I believe he's the director of the FBI or something. I think that's the FBI director. He tells Scorus about the the late edition of the paper being held on the presses because of the story. And Scorus assures him, listen, they won't have anything to print, so you won't have anything to worry about it. Winter and Channing learn that Tate is going back to his apartment because Channing checks her iPad as she sees him moving around. Taryn says Bo is like the perfect even chord. Bo is special, and she asks Tate, what are you running from? Most people go their whole lives looking for a connection. Tate all of a sudden realized, because he was resigned to, running, because he was tired. At this point in this episode, he's tired of being Bo's babysitter. He's tired of going through this, being beat up, shot at, whatever. He's just sick of it. But it's at that point when she says that most people go through their whole lives looking to make a connection, that he realizes they can't run anywhere. Because at this time they're back at Taryn and Ben's apartment, and Taryn is running around trying to grab some stuff so they can go. So he goes to get the turtle, and outside is Nico. Nico's in his car and he's waiting outside. So Winter and Channing locate Tate and they continue going. Scorus has this van with Joshua inside, and they pull up and they rendezvous. Joshua rendezvous with Nico. They're inside of the train station. Tate and Taryn are in there at first, and then here comes Channing basically like telling him, listen, you're in a train station. Your face is everywhere. Everybody's going to see you, like basically saying, are you an idiot? Here comes Winter and Bo behind them. So Ben likes to hide in plain sight, according to Taryn, because they're looking for Ben because Ben went off to meet his source at the train station where they are. But he likes to hide in plain sight. So they find Ben. Ben is confused. He's wondering, why are they there? Joshua goes off away from Nico, tells him to give him some space, and he's going to go find Bo. Ben is still stuck on telling this story, so Winter tells him once this story is out, they are not safe. He was like, the story does need to be told, but the story is basically about Bo. Bo tells Ben that he heard Taryn, that he and Taryn are supposed to be together, and if they're not together, and if they tell this story, it's the wrong story. There's another story coming, and if they are not together, then the baby won't come because Taryn's going to get hurt, and basically she'll lose the baby. So Ben feels something inside of his head, and we realize that that's Joshua, and his eyes are going red. They take him out of that room because they're like in his back room at this point. They take him out of the room. They take him into the train station, and they're looking around, and you see Joshua and Taryn's begging, like, help him, and like Ben is going through the same thing that Gore did with the red eyes and the ringing in his head and everything, and it's just like his head's basically about to explode. So Bo notices Joshua. She climbs on top of this table and she screams 2 times, and on the second time, he's like on the top by this little footbridge, and there's like this stained glass window or something, and the glass shatters, sending glass everywhere, like raining down, not only over him into his skin, but down all the way down onto the floor, and everybody's looking up, wondering how the hell did that happen. we find out that the source, because you kept seeing this person holding this briefcase, and we find out that the source was a female. And for those who weren't paying attention to the episode, or maybe you looked away, or maybe you're just like, who the hell is that? That's Nina, Bo's mom. So Bo's mom didn't die. Bo's mom is still alive. And she was trying to I guess, help Ben put this story out, I guess, so she could get Bo. Nina's basically bewildered that her daughter is this strong. I don't know if she still has these powers or something, but maybe they found a way to get rid of her powers. But she's like freaked out like the rest of us. Like, how did Bo do this? Scores realizes that Bo is getting stronger. Winter tells them that the story can't, tells Ben, listen, the story, and then Taryn, the story can't be reported. Bo's not ready, but when she's ready, wait and she will find you. Raise your family and she will find you, and you can write the story that will change the world. Winter goes to tuck Bo in, and she feels remorse about what happened with Joshua, and she says, I don't want these powers anymore. And he keeps saying, you know what, it's not your fault, but she says, no, I don't want these powers. I no longer want this gift. Scorus is like, she's everything we thought she would be, and as for the source, he is going to kill them. Basically, he says something about mercy, but in other words, he's basically going to kill that person and make them suffer no matter how much they beg. Tate admits that to Bo, like, listen, I wasn't coming back for you. He said, because he's basically saying, like, because through the past couple episodes, this has been pretty rough on him, as it would be on anyone else, but I guess it's worse for him, being that he was in jail all that time. Now he has to deal with this, and it's getting to him. So Bo just absently breaks off his ankle monitor and says, she was like, you were coming back. He said, no, I wasn't. She said, well, after breaking his ankle monitor off, I know you have to leave, so now you can go. I really honestly like this show. It does have a following. Maybe it's not a decent following in NBC's, in their eyes, like Blacklist. But this is a Sunday show, and it's basically sandwiched with crisis. So it's worth it. I mean, like, it's a good thing, and I really like it. And those people who haven't watched it and you're like checking out this video, check it out on NBC.com. It's a really, really good show, and it's pretty sad that the show may be canceled before we can really get into the gist of Bo and Tate's story. But until this show is so-called canceled, I'm going to continue to do these reviews. Hopefully they allow it to have a full season, and then if they decide to get rid of it, fine. But I'm going to keep these reviews up for all the people who will probably watch this in the future, watch it on DVD, check it out, maybe on Netflix, something like that, just for them. So it was a good episode. I really liked it. And I wonder what was Nina's, what was the motive behind Nina being the source? Like, what, is she trying to get Bo back? Is she trying to destroy the whole program? Like, what is she doing? That's my only question in this whole thing. And to be honest, I wonder when is Tate going to find out that Bo is his daughter. He may find out earlier, since they're talking about canceling the show, but I wonder, is he going to have any inkling about it? Is he going to learn about a child that's born, maybe? Hopefully. But anywho, guys, thanks for tuning in to my review of Believe, episode 5, White Noise. And definitely check out my reviews for Hannibal on Friday, Believe, which will probably be popping up on Saturday, late Saturday, early Monday, the following, and my different POVs, survivor POVs, movie POVs, anything at all. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to all my subscribers, and to all the people watching now. If you like my brand of crazy, you like my reviews, definitely subscribe. I want more subscribers. Why not? The more the merrier. And if you like the video, definitely thumbs up. So this is Sage Valentine, aka Etherblade, from Jersey, signing off. Bye, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.